You've done this thousands of times in your life. You squeeze toothpaste onto your brush every single morning. You grab your coffee cup by that little cardboard sleeve. You look at the letter J and see that tiny dot sitting on top of it. You've never once wondered what any of those things are called, because obviously they don't have names, right? Wrong. Every single one of those things has an official name, a real word, in the dictionary. And by the end of this video, you'll know all of them, and you will never be able to unsee any of this for the rest of your life. And I'm saving the best one for last. There's a word on this list that is 29 letters long, nearly impossible to pronounce on the first try, and its entire meaning is just calling something useless. Stick around for that one. It's worth it. 6 words. 6 things you use every day. Let's go. Let's start with number 1. Every morning, without thinking about it, you do this. You pick up your toothbrush, you grab the toothpaste, and you squeeze out a small blob onto the bristles. That blob has a name. It's called a nurdle. N-U-R-D-L-E. Nurdle. That pea-sized squeeze of toothpaste sitting on your brush, officially, in the world of dental and product marketing, it is called a nurdle. And here's where it gets genuinely interesting. Toothpaste companies actually fought a legal battle over the nurdle. In 2012, Colgate and GlaxoSmithKline, 2 of the biggest toothpaste brands in the world, went to court over the shape of the nurdle on their packaging. Which company had the right to show a specific toothpaste swirl on a brush in their advertising? A lawsuit over a nurdle. That's how real this word is. Real enough to sue over. Moving on to number 2. Look at the letter I. Now look at the letter J. See that tiny dot sitting on top? That dot has a name. And most people have been writing it their entire lives without ever knowing what it's called. It's called a tittle. T-I-T-T-L-E. Tittle. The tittle has existed in written language for centuries. It was introduced into the Latin alphabet around the 11th century specifically to help readers distinguish a lowercase I from other letters like L and T, which looked similar in dense medieval handwriting. Think about that. Someone over 1,000 years ago sat down and decided, we need a dot on this letter. And then someone else eventually gave that dot a name. You've been writing tittles since the first day someone taught you the alphabet. You just never knew what to call them. We're 2 words in, and I guarantee you already feel slightly different about your morning routine. That's the thing about this list. None of these are obscure academic terms. These are words for things that exist inside your actual daily life. The next one is something you've held in your hand hundreds of times. Coming in at number 3, you walk into a coffee shop. You order your drink. They hand it to you in a paper cup with a little cardboard sleeve wrapped around the middle, so the heat doesn't burn your hand. That sleeve has a name. It's called a zarf. A-R-F. Zarf. And the origin of this word is genuinely fascinating. A zarf originally referred to an ornamental metal holder used in Middle Eastern and Ottoman cultures to hold hot cups of coffee, since those cups had no handles. Think of it as a decorative grip made of gold, silver, or brass. When the modern disposable cardboard sleeve appeared in the 1990s, people needed a word for it. And zarf, the centuries-old term for a cup holder, got adopted as the official name. A word that started in Ottoman coffee culture now describes the thing they hand you at your local cafe. Quick pause. If this is making your brain feel things, subscribe right now. Because this channel is exactly this. The stuff that's been sitting in front of you your whole life with a name you never knew. New video every week. Subscribe and let's keep going. Which brings us to number 4. Look at your jeans. Not the big button at the top. Not the zipper. Look at the little pocket, the tiny one inside the regular front pocket that nobody really uses anymore. See those small metal circles reinforcing the edges of it? Those are called grommets. G-R-O-M-M-E-T. Grommets. Grommets are metal, plastic, or rubber rings used to reinforce holes in material, preventing the fabric from tearing around the opening. You'll find them on jeans, on shoes where the laces go through, on tarps, on tents, on bags. And on jeans specifically, that tiny pocket with the grommets, it was originally designed to hold a pocket watch. Back when carrying a watch in your pocket was the only option, those small reinforced pockets protected the fabric from the weight and edges of the watch. The pocket watch went away. The pocket stayed. The grommets are still there. For down, 2 left. And these last 2 are where this list gets genuinely weird. One is a feeling everyone has had but never had a word for. And the other is 29 letters long. For number 5, you're about to give a presentation, or you're waiting for an important phone call, or you're about to do something that makes you nervous, and you feel it, that fluttery, uneasy, churning feeling in your stomach. You know the one. That feeling has a name, and the name sounds like it was invented by someone who was also feeling it when they came up with it. It's called collywobbles. OLLYWOBBLES. Collywobbles. It refers specifically to that nervous, unsettled, butterfly feeling in your stomach, the physical sensation of anxiety before something big. The word dates back to the 19th century in British English. Its exact origin is a little fuzzy. Some trace it to a playful alteration of the word colic, which refers to stomach pain. Others think it was simply coined to sound like what it describes: wobbly, uncomfortable, slightly out of control. And honestly, collywobble sounds exactly like what it means, which might be why it stuck. Alright, number 6 is the one I promised you at the start. 29 letters. One of the longest non-technical words in the English language. And its entire meaning is simply the act of deciding that something has no value, of dismissing something as worthless. Ready? Floxinosinahilipification. Flochy nossi, nihili pilification. Floxinosinahilipification. It was coined in the 18th century, assembled from 4 Latin words, flochy, nossi, nihili, and pili, each of which individually meant of little value, or of no importance. Someone strung them all together, added fication, and created a 29-letter word that means, I have considered this thing, and I have decided it is worthless. It has actually been used in British Parliament more than once. Official parliamentary records contain the word floxinosinahilipification, used seriously in political debate to describe legislation being dismissed as having no merit. Here's the thing about this word that I love. It's the most complicated possible way to say the simplest possible thing. You could just say, that's worthless. Instead, English gave us 29 letters to do it, which, depending on how you look at it, is either the most impressive thing the language has ever done, or is itself a perfect example of floxinosinahilipification. Here's what ties all of these words together. None of them are rare. None of them describe rare things. The toothpaste on your brush exists every morning. The sleeve on your coffee cup exists every time you grab one. The dot on the letter I exists in literally every word you've ever read that contains an I or a J. These things were so common, so ever-present, that someone at some point decided this needs a name, and they gave it one. Language doesn't just describe the big, dramatic moments of life. It names the smallest, most ordinary details of it, right down to the blob of toothpaste on a toothbrush. And once you know the name, you can never unknow it. Let me run it back fast. A nurdle, the small amount of toothpaste on your brush. A tittle, the dot over the letters I and J. A zarf, the cardboard sleeve around your coffee cup. A grommet, the little metal circles on your jeans. Collywobbles, that nervous butterfly feeling in your stomach. And floxinosinahilipification, the act of deciding something is completely worthless. 6 words, all real, all in the dictionary, all describing things you've encountered today. So next time someone asks you what that cardboard thing on a coffee cup is called, you know exactly what to say. And next time someone dismisses your idea as worthless, you can tell them they're engaging in floxinosinahilipification. Watch their face. Worth it every time. If this video made you feel smarter than you did 15 minutes ago, that's the whole point of this channel. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and drop your favorite word from this list in the comments. I want to see which one broke people's brains the most. See you in the next one.